Hello, friends. I'm the Reverend Terry Peterson, minister of St. John's in Gourock. Today is Tuesday, the 23rd of March. It is the 30th day in the season of Lent. We are 3/4 of the way through this season. And today, the 30th object in our Faith in 40 Objects series is chairs. So I've got two kinds of chairs here, rocking chair, and then I've brought in a chair from the dining room as well, so that there would be perhaps a more typical chair. Many of us have different kinds of chairs in the house. We've got dining room chairs, sitting room, maybe we have like a recliner, or maybe we have a chaise, or maybe we have folding chairs, maybe we have different kinds of upholstered chairs. Whatever they are a place where we can sit down and relax. We can rest. We can take some of the weight of the world off of our joints and our muscles and just sit, just be. And we might use those chairs to sit and have a meal. Some of us will sit in chairs a lot of the day, even. We'll be sitting to do our work or for learning or for school. Maybe you have a tall chair or a tall stool that you use to also rest a little bit even when you're doing other tasks, like at a standing desk or in the kitchen. I know quite a lot of people have a stool that they can rest on while they chop vegetables or knead bread or things like that. So whatever it is, it's a place where we can take the pressure off for just a bit. Even if it's a work chair, a desk chair, often those are designed to try to take some physical pressure off of sitting all the day long. But even if we're sitting and doing work and we feel metaphorical pressure, we still are not putting the same pressure on our bodies that we would if we were working in a job where we have to be on our feet all day. So particularly on this day, when it is 1 year ago today that here in the UK we went into our first COVID-19 pandemic lockdown, and many people began working from home for the first time. But we have so many people among us who were never able to work from home and have been working jobs where they have been run off their feet all day long. So I'm thinking of the various workers in our NHS, people in hospitals and GP surgeries and in the new temporary hospitals that were set up, researchers, supermarket workers, all these people that we have called essential workers for the past year. They are people who have been on their feet the whole year long. They have been running about trying to keep everyone healthy and safe, or to bring them back to health and to ensure that we would have what we needed in order to continue our lives. So I'm really, really grateful today, and I know we all are really grateful every day, but particularly today as we mark this anniversary, grateful for those who've not really had a chance to just sit down this past year. And we're praying, of course, that the day comes very soon when they are able to relax, and the day comes very soon when they are appreciated in more tangible ways than in only the words and the much appreciated rainbows and clapping and so on, but when they're valued the same way that we value other jobs. So I hope that day comes soon, that they are valued in tangible ways and structural ways, and also that they just get a chance to rest. So whenever we sit down and take that pressure off and rest for a bit, we might hear Jesus say from the Gospel according to Matthew, the very end of chapter 11, "Come to me, all you that are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." And today in particular, as we remember those people who have really carried the heavy burdens of this year, the people who have served us when we've been ill, the people who have delivered groceries because we couldn't go out to the supermarket, the people who have continued to work day and night to find a vaccine, the people who have been working in testing labs. They have borne a heavy burden for us this past year. And then there are the people who have lost loved ones, who have been pressed down with grief, with the inability to sit at their loved one's side during their last days. Though we might not love those chairs in a hospital, they are still a source of comfort for many to be able to sit there with their spouse, with their child, with their parent, with their grandparent, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends during their illnesses, and we have not been able to use those chairs. That's a heavy burden that we have carried. For all who have not been able to come and sit down in a chapel, a church, a crematorium, because the restrictions don't allow it, that's a heavy burden that we bear. And Jesus says, "Come to me, all you that are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." So come, take a seat. Hear Jesus calling to you that it is okay to take a rest. And if you are one of those people who has spent the year sitting in the same chair, perhaps a chair not designed to be sat in for that long, because you've only got a little bit of space to work from home, and you've been sitting at your kitchen table trying to teach your children and manage their online schooling and do your own work. Perhaps you just want to lean back in your chair for a bit, or maybe sit in a different chair for a moment and hear Jesus saying to you as well, "Come to me, all you that are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." So take a wee bit of rest. Sit back in your chair, relax for a moment, and let Jesus carry that heavy burden for today, knowing that tomorrow we'll hear the rest of his sentence, right? "Take my yoke upon you, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light." So he invites us to come alongside and join him in the work, knowing that when we are yoked together with him, the work is still work. It is still hard work to be done, but it's easier when it's two of us. So today, sit down and rest, and tomorrow take up the yoke with Jesus and go about all of that work that needs to be done, knowing that he is pulling more than his fair share. So that's my thought for today, day 30, and also day 365. So until tomorrow, peace be with you.